In this week's special edition vlog, we're in Texas, but where exactly? Dallas, of course, because it's jam-packed with lots to do.
Beautiful, isn't it?
First, I'll be showing you the strange and wonderful humour of downtown.
The giant eyeball bread zeppelin. Can you see that?
And of course, you've got to try some mouth-watering local barbecue.
I absolutely love this place.
I'll then be heading on a tram to the American Airlines Centre for a Dallas Mavericks game before switching to Fort Worth for the Stockyards, where there's some great country music, lots of drinking and some interesting entertainment. So grab your favourite cowboy hat and let's get started.
YEEHAW! Hello and welcome to Dallas. This is a rolling POV of Dallas, Texas. We're in downtown. I've just left my hotel called Sova. Nice little cheap option if you want to go to downtown, because obviously in downtown in America you get all the posh hotels like Fairfield, Marriott, Hilton. All of them are always in downtown in America. So if you're looking for a cheap option, Sova's quite good. It was a decent room actually, very simple bed, TV, bathroom with a Japanese toilet. That was an interesting twist. So yeah, really good. So today, the plan is to wander around downtown and go to some barbecue places, so hopefully Terry Black's if I can find it. And then we'll use some public transport on the DART system, and then hopefully we'll end up at the American Airlines Centre for the Dallas Mavericks game for another piece of content. Come on. Yes, white man says we can cross. Like I said, the first stop, hopefully, because it's about 10:30, hopefully it's Terry Black's barbecue. Anyway, I'm going under this bridge. See what I mean? The bumps just come out of nowhere because you're not looking for them. I think I'm going the right way. But yeah, Main's just opposite us, so we're on the right track. Terry Black's is just off Main Street. Whoa. Yeah, no traffic through here today, boys. They've dug it all up. Look. I might get stuck here. Definitely the one thing you need to do when you're here is get some good barbecue. Hopefully on this vlog as well, I'll be showing you the Stockyards. Now the Stockyards is not walkable from here, or even pushable, so I'll be doing that on another day. Hopefully that'll be the second part of this vlog. Whoops, I crossed the road with the stop sign. Luckily it's quiet enough for that not to be a danger. Trying to find Terry Black's. Stay tuned for the next part. Welcome back. So apparently if we could just continue down here for about 0.2 miles, we'll come to Terry Black's. And this is a barber shop. Currently not open, or is it open? Well, I don't need a cut yet. And here it is. Terry Black's barbecue. Well, this is disappointing. I don't think we can get into Terry Black's because look. There's stairs. I might have to order from it. But they don't do DoorDash, unfortunately, because I tried looking last night. But look, more steps.
Luckily, there was an entrance round the back.
This is like the parking area. So hopefully there's a Dallas Comedy Club. I wonder if they got any events on. I might check that out later if I don't get to the game for the Dallas Mavericks.
Entrance that way, or? Ah. Watch out, Nate, you're about to get chopped by some logs.
Oh, it's alright. Yeah, time for some barbecue. How it works: giddy up in line, select your sides, choose the meats, smile 3, be happy, you're eating Texas barbecue.
That would be smile and be happy, you idiot.
So yeah, I've got to follow this line and then choose what I want. Ooh, sides, mac and cheese, pinto beans. Hi.
Hello there, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? Could I have some mac and cheese and green beans, please? Yeah.
What can I get for you today?
Ah. Well, I'll take my time because I'm British, you see, so I don't know.
So you don't have to get the full pound of anything except for the beef first. So this is the beef first.
Okay.
And they're all going to be around this size, and then this is the only thing you have to get more than a pound because of the size.
Could I have by the slice
The brisket,
yeah, the brisket by the slice, please?
would you like less fat or more fat?
Less fat.
Less fat. By the slices, so that's 2 slices right here.
Okay, thank you.
A couple more?
Yeah, that's about full.
Maybe 2 more?
2 more, yeah.
Any other meats you want to try today?
Could I try the links, please?
What's the sorry?
The sausage.
Yeah, would you like original or jalapeno cheese?
Original, please.
I'll get you some. You need a fork, spoon, and knife.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Time to tuck in.
That looks amazing. Love Texas. So we got sausage, brisket, mac and cheese, green beans, and pinto beans. I absolutely love this place. Well, let's keep going on, shall we? But now we're on Elm Street, and you'll know you're in downtown when you see high-rise buildings that like the ones that are coming up.
And introducing this cute little cameo.
Look how excited that dog was. He loves Dallas, and so do I. So easy to get around this city. A nice little downhill. We'll just cruise from here. And of course, in any partying city like Dallas, I love Dallas, but you got your Irish pub. Of course you do.
And now I'm going to take you to the all-seeing eye.
The eye should be like literally right next to that building, 4510. Let's see. Should be. Yep, that's where I took my picture last time. So coming up here is the giant eyeball. Look. The giant eyeball.
This eyeball was created by Tony Tassett in 2007 and it was owned by the Jewel Hotel, but there's no deep meaning behind it.
So that's one feature of Dallas where you can take a selfie, show you're in downtown. Private property. So yeah, unless you've got an invite, I wouldn't go on the lawn there to take a picture with the eye. I wouldn't hop over the gate. There is a step-free entrance to the eye. Let's continue to JFK Memorial Plaza. Let's see what that's like. So yeah, let's see how far we can go down here to JFK Plaza, because it's nice to cruise downhill. Nice little Texan flag there, and an American flag side by side. Must be another courthouse, or it's called the Kirby Hotel. So I'm happy that it's a rollable city if you're in the downtown area. Obviously we're coming up to the historic district.
For any history buffs, you'll see the JFK Memorial right across the road from the Founders Plaza and the old red courthouse.
So right now, this marker is the West End Historic District. So we got the Old Red Museum, Kennedy Memorial Plaza, and the Founders Plaza, and then the Dallas Holocaust Museum is just across the road. So we just come from the Founders Plaza. So yeah, this is Old Red. Let's go read some signs, shall we? Lovely view of the city from this way going back. And here it is, the John F. Kennedy Memorial Plaza. Knew it'd be here. President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, 1917 to 1963, was assassinated in Dallas, 200 yards from this location, on November 22nd, 1963. The event changed the city and the world forever. Dedicated on June 24th, 1970, the John F. Kennedy Memorial is both a tribute to the life of President Kennedy and a reflection of the deep impact that his death had on the nation and the world. The death bullets were fired 200 yards west of this site. The memorial, designed by Philip Johnson, was erected by the people of Dallas. Thousands of citizens contributed support, money and effort.
I didn't have time to visit the 6th floor museum, but I'd recommend you do to learn more about that incident. But now I have to catch a tram to the American Airlines Center to watch the Dallas Mavericks.
Good news, I did see a disabled carriage. So this is West End Station. So we're looking for the orange line towards Victory. Probably take the green line as well.
Just a polite word of warning, there are a lot of homeless people that hang around the tram station, so it's best to get the tram during the day and don't hang around it at night. But some of them are very polite actually.
I'm fine, thank you.
To use the tram, you need to buy a DART pass and then line yourself up with the step-free carriage because not all of them are.
The issue with DART trains or trams is half the car is step-free and half the car is steps into it. So just make sure you're at the right part of the platform to get on the step-free entrance. Perfect. Line that up, perfect. Look at that. No worries. And then there's a space for wheelchairs here. Which door? Which door? Which door? Which door? Bit of a lip. Oh. So this is Victory. Now I need to try and find the American Airlines Center. Wasn't too bad. You don't need to push a button to open the doors. The doors open automatically, all of them, and then on your way. So let's go.
So to purchase accessible tickets for any NBA team, you just log on to Ticketmaster. I couldn't find anything, but I did find something called limited mobility. I thought that would be my seat, but it's actually not. You have to get out your chair and sit in a normal seat, so I got it changed at the box office, and it was all okay. So it was all sorted. I got a wheelchair seat in the end. They changed it really quickly at the box office, so credit to them. Like I say, I was supposed to sit in a seat, a limited mobility seat, but they had to take my chair all the way to the other side of the arena. I was like, that's not good. So I'm not doing that. But the lady who was managing that section was kind enough to tell me, look, you need to go to the box office. If you want to stay in your chair, ask them for 113T. And this is where I am, right behind the basket. So it's a great view. But they didn't warn me I'd be sat next to these drummers, which can get very, very loud.
And now it's the Stockyards next. So join me there. Howdy.
This is Sundance Square in Fort Worth, Texas, and when I got there, I received a rather surprising welcome. So I've arrived in Fort Worth, Texas. This is Sundance Square, one of the most famous concert squares in the area. But be warned, if you're a wheelchair user, you might get approached by a Christian minister. I can't believe what I just heard, man. Like this guy came up to me, how's your day going, sir? And I was like, very polite. Yep, my day's going fine, sir. How's yours? You know, I'm from the Christian ministry. And I was like, here we go. And I was like, you know, if you believe in a year, you'll get rid of that thing, pointing to my chair, and throw it away, and you'll be able to run. You'll be able to run. And I'm like, some people don't get it, do they? Like, some people are just so fanatical. But I respect every religion, by the way. Like, obviously in Texas, very Christian. But obviously just... He didn't even ask what I had. Like, I could have had a spinal injury where it's impossible to run again. Doesn't matter what faith you are, but you just say some stupid things, and things like that shouldn't be said. Anyway, to lighten the mood, here's more live music, and what you need to know about Sundance Square is they do offer a lot of free live performances from local artists like this one from Cameron Smith.
So I'm in the world famous Fort Worth Stockyards. If you like cowboys, westerns, country music, drinking, steakhouses, this is the place for you. They've got their own walk of fame with famous cowboys, and obviously the Cowboy Coliseum for rodeo shows, which I'm going to try and get a ticket to right now. Hello. Well, in the arena itself, do you have like wheelchair spaces and stuff? Yeah. So what time does the show start? 7:30, okay. Okay. And I've got a backpack with me, will that be a problem? Okay, thank you. Can I pay by card? Yes. Thank you. That was easy.
Now there was a bit of time to kill before the World Bullfighting Finals at 7:30, so I went to this museum that was dedicated to the most famous cowboy of the silver screen, Mr. John Wayne. To enter the museum, it's about $19 as a discount, and they give you a film about his life, and there's also documents about his official name change to John Wayne because he was actually born Marion Morrison. But what everyone comes to see is the artefacts from his films, which I'll show you now.
So I'm just in the John Wayne Museum, and it's absolutely fantastic. They've got his costumes,
And not forgetting an Academy Award for one of his greatest films.
Best Actor for True Grit.
They've even got his prized car.
So this is John Wayne's custom made.
Any guesses before I tell you? It's a 1976 Pontiac, but it's a really great museum.
Everything to do with John Wayne is in here, so it's been a fantastic experience, and just learning about the man. Birth certificates, scripts, signatures, and his son Ethan has done a really good job in putting this exhibit together.
Now it's time for another famous feature of the Stockyards, the cattle drive, which runs twice a day and they bring the cows out. You can actually pet them, but I wouldn't stand too close.
He looks well happy. Or she, I can't see from here.
I managed to fight my way through the crowds to the front of the rope so I could get a good view, and what amazed me first of all was the size of the horns on those cows. They're absolutely amazing creatures. What I didn't like though is the way that cow stopped and looked at me, so I got out of dodge quick. The great thing I love about the Stockyards though is there's always music playing, and this is one of my all-time favourite country classics. I'm out big on social graces, think I'll step on down to the highway. So I got friends, low places. But I still felt like something was missing. I was still a bit worried about bullfighting.
So I asked the lady, is it safe? Because I don't want to be like pissing off no bull and getting gored. But yeah, so hopefully that'll be fun later, but I think I need to look the part, so I might try and get myself a cowboy hat. Howdy! Like my new hat? It's from Cavender's, about $80, so like I say, it's a proper cowboy hat. Very popular, but like I say, this is how cowboys wear their hats, and like I say, it's going to make me feel at home now in the Stockyards when the rodeo starts tonight, so I'll see you later for the bull riding, bullfighting, ultimate finals championship. YEEHAW!
Now when you enter the Cowtown Coliseum as a wheelchair user, it is all ramped access and level, so you don't need to worry about getting in, and then they'll place you in the wheelchair access box, which makes you feel like a bull in itself. And it is a really great spectacle, but just be prepared for a lot of noise and a lot of fireworks. When the competition starts, you'll be introduced to each bull rider, but be warned, this sport ain't for the faint-hearted because these bulls get very pissed off. That was close, but there are some times where the ball does catch the fighter, and I did see 2 people stretch it off, so this is a seriously dangerous sport. And as I understand it, they get awarded points for just engaging with the ball. They scored 50 points to the fighter and 50 points to the bull for engaging, and they mark it based on that. But it's really dangerous sport, and they get so close it gets you really nervous for the fighter, because I don't know about you, if I had a bull chasing me with horns that close, I'd get out of dodge quick. Anyway, that bull's had enough, and so have I, so I headed to the Cowboy Channel bar to have a few drinks, and I got so drunk I forgot to close out this video, so I let these boys play me out. Thanks for following this adventure. Remember to like and subscribe Nate Wheelz for more content, because next time I'll be heading to my home continent of Europe, where it's much more accessible, but there's still some difficulties along the way. I couldn't find on the website, but how is it possible to notify that I have a wheelchair, or would it be better to call? I'll be taking you to cities like Brussels in Belgium, to the stunning views and architecture of Prague in the Czech Republic, to the hillsides of Bastogne to learn about World War II history, and from the canals in Venice to the grandness of Rome. It's going to be a crazy ride. It's moving because I can't turn. This is mental. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, Nate Wheelz with a Z. Follow me for more adventures. Ciao.